So I hear you want to become a medium in 2025. You are in the perfect place to start that journey, and let's make 2025 your year. Mediumship is something that everybody can do. You don't have to be born that way or special to learn mediumship. I know we have all been programmed to believe that only the special can be mediums, but that's not true. You are a soul inside of this body. You are not the body, and your soul can connect soul to soul, whether living or in the spirit world. It just takes time to learn and develop that skill for you specifically. And I'm going to give you my top 5 hot tips on how to start your mediumship journey in 2025 so you can start off with a bang. Let's make this video short and sweet and get right into it. Mediumship is something that is so close and so dear to my heart, but I wasn't always a medium. In fact, I had to learn from scratch, from zero, how to become a professional medium, and now I absolutely love teaching you that you can do it too. My journey started in 2014 after my father was killed, and in the 10 years since then, I have dedicated so much of my life to learning mediumship so that I could talk to him, communicate with him, feel him with me, get guidance from him, and it has changed my life in so many beautiful ways, and I love teaching it to you too. I love showing you that your friends and family in spirit, or if you want to become a professional medium, you can absolutely connect to the spirit world at any time, at any place. And you have been doing it your entire life without even realizing it. Let's dive into hot tip number 1. That's going to be meditation. Now, don't scroll away. I know a lot of you don't like meditation, but here's a hot tip within a hot tip. You don't have to meditate for an hour to get benefits. You can meditate for 5 to 10 minutes and still receive maximum benefit from your meditation. In meditation, all you are simply doing is quieting the mind so you can hear what's going on, so you can feel your body talking and communicating to you. How are you going to know your own thoughts from spirit if you don't meditate with yourself? If you don't understand your own thoughts, and then spirit comes in and tries to give you information through thoughts, through visuals, through feelings in your body. If you don't know yourself first, your thoughts, how you think, how you feel, how you know information, how you see it, you're not going to know if it's from spirit or yourself. Meditation is going to help you calm your mind and connect to you so you can learn who you are first. So you can learn how you work first. Meditation is not about getting into some really powerful zone, although you can and it's amazing to do. Meditation is about listening to your own thoughts, learning who you are, learning how you feel about things, understanding what's happening in your own mind and body. Did you know that 95% of your show, of your world, is controlled subconsciously, and you're only conscious of about 5% of what's going on? In the book that Dr. Joe Dispenza wrote, Becoming Supernatural, he talks about this a lot, and I highly recommend that book for anybody on their spiritual journey. But he talks about how 95% of the show is run by your subconscious mind. And when you meditate, that's how you connect to that part of yourself. So when you're connecting through your subconscious mind, doing meditation, you can start hearing those thoughts that are on repeat. Those thoughts that are 95% of the show, like, I'm not enough, I can't, I won't, they won't love me, they'll judge me. You're going to start hearing those consciously and bringing it out of your subconscious and healing your life, healing your body, healing yourself. And the more you do that, the more you're opening your energetic fields up to allow more light in and allow spirit to connect with you. Meditation is what took me from this level to this level in mediumship because it taught me who I am. Meditation taught me what I think, what I feel, what I know. So when I connect with spirit, I know that these are coming from spirit. This information, these visuals, these feelings, because I learned who I was, how I connect, how I feel, how I grow, and how I am as a medium. And the best way to do that is through meditation. If you have any questions on it, of course, leave everything down below in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. My next hot tip number 2 is going to start with books. You want to get yourself books on mediumship so that you can learn different techniques, you can hear different stories, you can have different ways of doing things in mediumship. The first book I'm going to recommend, of course, is my own, Mediumship is Easy. This is currently on sale on Amazon for $9.99. I don't know how long that sale is going to be, but make sure you get a copy of my book, Mediumship is Easy, while it's on sale. The link, of course, is down below. But I have several videos on my YouTube channel here. You can just search for it on my channel. There's tons of books that I love for mediumship. And really researching that part of yourself through reading. Researching why you're connected to mediumship. Researching why you want to become a medium. Reading other people's stories, other people's perspectives on mediumship. Reading how they became mediums. Reading their techniques. Mediumship is such a beautiful and valuable part of life, and I highly recommend starting your journey with books. Hot tip number 3 is going to be practicing your intuition. When you go to the gym and do those muscly exercises, you're building that muscle, and your intuition is the exact same thing. It's a muscle that you need to build. So let's go with another hot tip within a hot tip to teach you how to build your intuition. One of the ways that I like to do intuitive exercises is through using sticky notes. I actually have a section in this book all about the sticky notes to help you on that intuitive journey. But what you want to do is get different color sticky notes, yellow, pink, blue, purple, green, whatever colors, but make sure they're all different. And then you're going to shuffle them up, close your eyes and grab one, and you're going to intuitively know what the color is. Maybe you see the color in your mind. Maybe you just know what color it is. Maybe you hear the color in your mind. Maybe you feel it in your chakras. For example, if you're holding a yellow sticky note and you feel something in your solar plexus, which is about 4 inches above your belly button. Maybe you have a red sticky note and you feel it in your root chakra. However you receive information is going to help you intuitively build that muscle. Now, everybody is going to receive and understand information differently, so don't compare yourself to others. Remember, mediumship is about you. You're learning how you work and how you receive and give that information. Now, let's go with another hot tip within a hot tip. When you get very good at getting those colors correctly, and by very good, I mean you're getting it correctly 60% of the time. You're not always going to get it correct, and I don't want you to beat yourself up about that, but if you're getting it right 60% of the time, you're doing amazing. But let's take it up a notch. I want you to take each sticky note and individually put it inside of an envelope. And then what you're going to do is hold the envelope with the sticky card in it, obviously after you've shuffled, and then get the color. This will take your intuition up another notch. Now, there's so many exercises that you can do to build your intuition. Of course, they're all talked about in my book, Mediumship is Easy, and you can really build your intuition that way. Hot tip number 3 is to join a development circle of like-minded people. Now, I have my own free private Facebook group that you can join. I will put that link down below so that you can get into my group. Why do you want to do this? When you're starting off on your mediumship journey, you're going to have so many questions, and you want to have a group that you can go in and feel peacefully and calmly about posting in and being able to get answers and responses for the questions that you have. When I first started my journey, I had zillions of questions and nowhere to ask them. And so I wanted to make sure that I formed a group that you could feel safe in asking questions. Again, I'll link down below. But what you're going to do in this group is not just ask questions. You're going to dive into your mediumship. The best way to learn how you work as a medium is to just go for it, to just start giving readings. Now, of course, I want you to feel comfortable, but make sure that you post in the group that you're ready. Whenever you're ready, there's no rush here, but I highly recommend you dive right in as soon as you can. You can post in this group to get free practice readings, and there will be so many people that respond to help you learn and grow as a medium. You're going to be giving mediumship readings to them. This is going to be a great way to expand your mediumship, a great way for you to see and learn and grow how you are as a medium. My next hot tip number 4 is going to be a journal. If you have followed me for any amount of time, you will know that journaling is the absolute key to mediumship, in my opinion. I absolutely love and recommend to all of my students to journal every experience you have with mediumship. Start from the very beginning of your journey. Every time you meditate, you want to write down what happened, what you saw, what you felt, what you knew, what you got. Every time you're in a practice reading, you want to write down what spirit connected with you, what they said, how you got it. Did you see it, hear it, know it, feel it, taste it? And even if you got it wrong, you want to journal this. Now, why do you want to do that? Your journal is going to become your manuscript for mediumship. It's going to become your personal guidebook on your mediumship journey, because you're going to be able to look through these pages, first of all, to see how far you've come. I remember there was so many times I wanted to give up, and I would go back through my journal and read all the amazing readings I was able to give, the connections I was able to make, and it helped me keep going. You're also going to find patterns in how you work and how you receive information. I used to always write in my journal, I see this, or I saw this person showed me this image in my mind. And I realized that I was very clairvoyant and I wanted to build my other clair skills. You're also going to start understanding how your body specifically works and connects for mediumship. So make sure you're writing every sensation down. Even if it was wrong, you want to indicate that it was wrong, because over time you're going to start to understand how that information came in and how you got it wrong and how you can make it right. Your journal is literally going to be your saving grace in your mediumship journey, and it's going to really help you grow and expand. The more that you write down, the better, because you can always go back and review your journal. I like to tell the story about the hourglass. I kept seeing an hourglass in my meditations, and whenever I would get it during my practice sessions, I would always say, okay, I'm seeing this hourglass. But the hourglass by itself never made sense to any of my clients. I would say, okay, there's an hourglass. Does this represent sand? No, they didn't understand that. Does this hourglass represent a collection of hourglasses? I was going for anything here, and it didn't make sense. And then one day I saw the same hourglass in a different reading, and I just got this sense of knowing that I was going to die. And I said to my client, your person in spirit here is showing me an hourglass, and I feel this is a symbol for them knowing that they're going to pass away. And that made sense. If I hadn't been keeping track of all of that in my journal, I never would have found out what that symbol meant to me, that it was an experience that I personally was receiving. Now, I have other friends that see an hourglass, and it doesn't mean the same thing to them. So you're going to learn how you personally work and how you personally receive information. Another hot tip within a hot tip, if you get it wrong, do not feel defeated. You're practicing, you're learning, and you're growing. Just simply write it down, indicate that it was not correct, and keep moving forward. You will figure out what these things mean the more that you keep practicing and the more that you keep connecting to you and your body. My next hot tip, number 5, is going to be start taking mediumship classes. The books and meditation are only going to get you so far. You're going to need help. You're going to need a mentor. You're going to need courses and classes that are teaching you techniques, that are holding your hand and showing you exactly what to do. Now, when I first started my journey, I loved reading the books, but it wasn't until I started taking development classes, and I took them from many different teachers, because everybody's going to teach you something different, is when my mediumship started to take off. And I was in a group of like-minded people, and it really was very interesting and fascinating to me to take these mediumship courses. So when you're ready and when you get to that point, I do have a free Mediumship for Beginners course on my website, soulcareintuitive.com. Definitely check that course out to get you started on your journey, but do some research about mediumship teachers and find the one that works best for you. Find one that you feel most aligned with. I cannot encourage you enough to do your research before you buy a course from anyone, even from me, making sure that you feel comfortable with that mentor and their energy. I promised you a short and sweet video, and I hope I delivered. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions at all about mediumship, please make sure to leave them down in the comments. I do answer every comment I receive. Don't forget to pick up your copy of Mediumship is Easy, available on Amazon while it's still on sale. And I'll see you in the next video, my lovely friend. Bye.